This is the Beyond the Box dumbbell workout. Before you get into it, check out the Instagram post or the BestBox app for the warm-up. Get ready for the workout by increasing your heart rate, increase your body temperature, and maybe you're starting to swell a little bit before you get into it. For today's workout, we're going to start with the Metcon first, and then we'll move into some strength accessory movements after we're done the Metcon. The Metcon that we're going to start with is Dumbbell Christine. This workout is 3 rounds for time of 30 reverse burpees, 12 dumbbell deadlifts. RX weight for the men is 50 pounds in either hand, and for the ladies, 35 pounds in either hand. Or pick a weight that allows you to do those 12 reps unbroken if you can't go unbroken with the RX weight. If necessary, you could break it up into 2 sets, but try not to break it up into any more than 2 sets at a time. Following your dumbbell deadlifts, you're going to finish the round with 21 tuck jumps. Let's take a look at the reverse burpees. A reverse burpee starts with you standing. You're going to sit yourself down and roll onto your back, get back to a standing position, and a little bit of a jump at the top to complete the movement. So as I go down, I'm squatting down, onto my back to my feet, and then jump out of that position. I can scale the movement by squatting down, lowering yourself down, like leaning back with one arm, going on my back, pushing myself back to my feet, and then jumping to get back to the top. Again, I can do it I can lean either way when I do that. And if you need to, you can even tuck one foot behind the other, and that's going to kind of give you a little bit of a crouch position as you come out of it. So as I go down, tuck my foot behind, get to a crouch position, bring my foot underneath me, jump, complete the movement. Remember to jump at the end of each movement to show completion and full extension. Once I'm done my 30 reverse burpees, I'm going to go into my dumbbell deadlifts. Dumbbell deadlifts, when I pick up the dumbbell, I only need to have one of the dumbbells touch the floor at a time. So as I'm here, I'm going to pull the dumbbells back. Notice only one end is touching. Shoulders back, tight core, eyes forward. Standing up, so I'm going to push my feet into the floor, bring the dumbbells to my knees, so hips and shoulders rise at the same time, and then hips forward, shoulders back. As I put the weight back down, hips back, shoulders forward, until my hands get to dumbbells, or my hands get to about my knees, and then drop my hips and shoulders at the same time, touch one of the dumbbell to the floor, and then stand up. So that's how I would do my 12 deadlifts. And once I'm done my deadlifts, I'm going to move into tuck jumps. 21 tuck jumps. You're going to jump, tuck your knees into your chest, and then land in a nice crouch, soft position to be able to go into the next jump. So load, jump, tuck, land, and I'm landing in a position that allows me to jump again. So do your 21 jumps to complete the round. Go back to the top. You're going to do back to those reverse burpees. You're going to do 3 rounds for time. Your score is the amount of time it takes you to do all 3 rounds. Make sure you move at a pace that is quick, but you maintain your movement quality. Don't move so fast that your movement patterns go out the door. Once we're done the Metcon, now we're going to go into some strength accessory work, starting with a triple set of single leg deadlifts, 8 reps per leg. Then you move into 8 dumbbell hip thrusts, and then 45 seconds of side plank per set. Take a look at the single leg deadlift. Single leg deadlift, dumbbell starts in your hand, setting nice and tall. I'm going to lean forward, and I'm going to have one end of dumbbell leaning towards the ground, just like I had for the Metcon. I'm going to start the movement. Take a look from the side by lifting my back leg up, and then I'm going to lean over as far as I can and then stand up. Make sure I'm keeping a nice straight line between my trailing leg and my torso, and I'm not broken or hinging at the hips with this side. Notice that I can hinge at the hips on this side. So one side is straight as an arrow. The other side, I'm having a little bit of hinge and breaking at the hip to allow me to get into that deadlift pattern. If I need to scale, I can do it as a big step backwards, big to big step, and then stand up. If I need to scale, that's one way that I can scale the single leg deadlift, especially if I'm having trouble with balance. That's one way of doing it. So make sure you do 8 reps per side. Build in weight as you go. So find a heavy 8 reps per side, or you can find a moderately heavy weight that you can do for all 3 sets, 8 reps per leg. Once I'm done the single leg deadlifts, move into dumbbell hip thrusts. Hip thrusts, I'm going to do these from the laying on the ground, from the floor. Get the dumbbell onto my hips. Lay down. Dumbbell is going to be seated right here on my hip, and I'm going to drive my hips up to the ceiling, go into a bridge, and then back down. Do 8 reps here. Find a moderately heavy weight that you can use across all 3 sets. I could do that with my elbows on a bench, get myself a little bit more depth if I do that. So if I were to do that with a bench or a box, I'm going to start sitting on the box, get the dumbbell onto my hips, get myself out there, lean onto the dumbbell here. Lean onto the box, the dumbbell on my hips. Shoulders are in contact with the box. Hands are holding the dumbbell in place as I'm driving into a bridge position here. Once I'm done my hip thrust, then I move into side planks per side. Side planks, make sure you're not allowing this hip to touch the floor. Keep your shoulders in a stacked position. From here, tighten up the core, extend to the legs, keep this hip off the floor, and make sure that my shoulders are nice and stacked. Hold this position for 45 seconds. Once you're done 45 seconds, just simply roll, face the other direction, and hold for another 45 seconds over here, staying nice and tight. Squeeze the shoulder blades, shoulders stacked, nice and straight with the hip off the ground. Go through those 3 movements for 3 sets. And once you're done that, the workout's over. Get after it and have fun.